Hey YouTubers, Short Girl Picker here. We're at CHKD, CHKD, to see what we can buy and sell for a profit. Now let's go shopping. All right, so we are walking through the check today. Let's see what we can find. All right. I think I'm going to start over in the toys today. Let's start over here and see what we have. Okay. Oh, look at this. We have a bunch of naked Cabbage Patches. You know, I'm not opposed to buying Cabbage Patches, but you know, they have to be the older ones, and these look like they could be older ones. You know, if you see something that I miss, you know, please, absolutely, you know, go ahead and leave a comment below. You know, like I said, there are things that I don't normally buy that, you know, I'm still learning about. This one is a hard Cabbage Patch. Oh, that's kind of different. So I have some soft ones and I have some hard ones, and you guys are you probably know the difference better than I do, because you know, I'm not always much of a Cabbage Patch person. From these tags, I would say some of these are from 1991, so they're not as old as I would like. I would prefer something a little bit older. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think I'm going to leave the Cabbage Patch. Okay, so I'm going to move on to something else. Let's go ahead over here and keep looking. We don't have much on the toy shelf today, so let's go ahead and keep going. We're going to come over here by the handbags. They do have a section up front that has a lot of the nicer quality bags and things like that. This is another one of those stores that they really get a nice selection of things. You know, the residents around here, you know, buy some quality items, so I do tend to find things that are a little bit nicer when I come in here. This is actually an old Wilson leather purse. It actually looks pretty much brand new. I don't see a tag on it. Obviously it's leather. Oh, they put $24.98 on it, but today is discount day, so I'm gonna put that in my bag and see. That might be a possibility for us. Sorry, didn't mean to block your view there. I'm gonna keep on going and see what I find. That is cute. I like the color on that. That's a sack roots, but it does have some damage on it, so I'm gonna leave that one behind, and I'm gonna keep going. Obviously a little Vera Bradley there, but I think I'm gonna kind of stay off my Vera Bradley kick unless it's really cheap. And I think most resellers will say the same thing. You know, Vera Bradley is great when it's really cheap. Other than that, it's probably not something we want to go with. And then we'll come over here and we'll look at all the hats. Let's see what else I can find. We do have some ties and belts, but I'm not seeing anything I have to have over here, so let's keep going. Alright, come over here at the laptop bags and stuff. I have found Toomey over here before. You know, pulled out some really high quality bags. Let's see what they have. That's 9 West. Okay, so these aren't looking that great, but they do have some fresh carts out here, and so I am going to obviously stop right at the fresh cart. And you know, right off the bat I see a Mizuno baseball glove. It's got a little bit of wear around the edges on it, but it's really not too bad. But they did say as is, so you know what, I'm going to pass on that, just because you know we are coming out of baseball season, and I hate to sell things that, you know, have wear on them, because then I feel like, you know, somebody's not going to like it and they're going to want to send it back. This is a very interesting bear. He's almost like a mohair, and he's jointed. He's leather nose. Don't have any idea who makes him, but you know what? I am going to put him in the basket. I'm going to do a Google search on him because I don't see a tag. But anytime they do this much work on a piece, I have to look it up and wonder, you know, what its value is going to be. All right. Come back over here. And we got, looks like cars. Somebody dropped off a big old car collection. Now, I am not opposed to buying cars, especially if I can see where they're red lined. These actually look a little bit newer, though, and I do have a little bit of knowledge of toy cars, so I'm going to go ahead, and it looks like somebody dropped off their Matchbox collections, but like I said, you know, they look a little bit newer, and I do see some Fisher Price down there. Do see dinosaurs. See, I had boys. I always am drawn to dinosaurs and boy type of toys just because that's what my sons had, you know, growing up. So I'm always interested in that. And oh, look at this. Star Trek. Yeah. Brand new in the box. And it's a Captain Kirk. Well, you know what? It is sale day in here, so this is obviously going to be something I'm going to take and I'm going to look at because new in box is always good. So let's see what else we have over here. Oh, and a brand new thing of shoes too. It's always kind of nice when you see that because at this Goodwill, if enough people grab shoes out of there, then the girl that works here doesn't have to put them on the shelf. That's not a bad idea. I know I have to get to the bottom of these carts, but this is actually, ooh, crud. Yep, that was me. I dropped it right off the back of it. Here, I'm going to pick up my mess here. At least it's not too crowded in here, so I'm kind of able to grab and look at things on my own. That keyboard is really nice in box, but, you know, nobody wants to ship anything like that. That would be just horrible. Oh, look at this. That looks like a nice one. We'll take this one with us. All right. Okay. I'll go walk over here for a little bit. All right, so now I'm in a new bin of shoes, and ooh, these are kind of cute. These are Sapitas, beautiful purple color. Let's see if we can find the other match to this guy. Those are pretty nice. Obviously, you know, the shoes aren't banded together, so that means, you know, I'm gonna have to go in here. Oh, and here it is. It's down here. I see it. I'm gonna grab this over and I'll stick that in there because I think these look pretty new. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take those. Let's see what else we have in here. Alrighty. Got some cleats in here. Some Bostonian men's shoes. I don't usually buy the Bostonians. You can see we've got some Columbias. These are kind of nice, the polos. These are like deck shoes. Obviously these are a very large size and they just look like they need a tiny bit of cleanup. So you know what, I am gonna grab these polo shoes. Let's go ahead and put those in the cart now. Of course, you know, now I gotta look for the other one. Oh, and there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna put those in because I honestly think that I can clean those up pretty easily. Now these are pretty, these are nice. They seem like a really nice leather. Sandro Mosconi. You know what, I am going to take these and look these up. This is not a brand that I am familiar with, but the quality seems to be there. So let's go ahead and put this in the cart and to look up. Okay. Let's see if we got anything else in here that is going to be something really good. These are really, really deep carts, so you know, once again, when you're short, you are really having to dig to the bottom, and as you can tell, I can't even see to the bottom of this cart. So we have some SAS, San Antonio Shoe Company. These look like almost like little kids. These are just tiny. I'm gonna actually pass on those. It might just be easier to let her put the shoes out, and I wouldn't have to go through all this. These are an interesting pair of Nikes. They do have some wear to them. Obviously, there's some damage, I think, right there. So I'm going to pass on those. You know, I do like buying Nikes. You know, I have no issue if they go to, you know, where they authenticate them. Let me see if I can say that word. I've never had any issue with that, and it doesn't bother me at all. So, you know, buying Nikes is not a bad deal for me. And, you know, here's another pair of Sanitas. These have a little bit more, I think, wear towards the toes. The bottoms are actually really good. You know what? I might get these because I have a feeling these are going to be super cheap, and I can clean these up. So, you know what? I am going to see if I can find the other one of those, because that looks like it might be something good. Let me see if I can find the other one. Oh, and right there when I'm pulling out, I found a pair of Keen sandals. These look like they'll just use a little bit of a cleanup. They're kind of like a bright lime green. So you know what? Let me see if I can find the other one of those too, because I probably will take those also. Yeah, these are only $3 and it's sale day, so those will be worth it. Okay, so I've got to find the Sanita and the Keen. And I'm sorry if I'm moving you guys all around. It is, like I said, these are deep bins. All right, let me go ahead and I'm gonna keep looking for those. I know, like I said, I don't want you guys to have to stand here and watch me do this. I'm gonna turn it off for a second. So I went through the bins. I still have to find one shoe. There's one shoe that I couldn't find the match for, but now we're over here on the shoe wall, seeing what they have. So far I haven't grabbed anything. You do see a lot of Timberland here. You know, sometimes I don't recognize brands, but I'm pretty good at knowing, you know, when I see a label what it's going to be. So I'm going to leave those because they're not really my favorite. These are actually called clogs. These are actually pretty nice. They're a nice pink color. They don't look too worn. And, you know, as I said earlier, it is sale day. So, you know what? I am going to put those in the cart and check those out. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, how cute. Look at that. We got some bobs over here. What else do we have? Oh, you know what? It is almost time for winter shoes, so I am really paying attention to like winter shoes and boots and stuff like that right now. Let's see what we have. We do have a college near here, so we do get like a lot of nice shoes, a lot of different, you know, like European brands, things that maybe you wouldn't naturally see here normally. So that's good, because I like seeing things that, you know, not every person's gonna have. You know, sometimes when I pick up shoes, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to get them. It just means that, you know what, maybe they were something that caught my attention. as far as this store goes, the hard goods aren't all that great at this store. You know, I'm saying that today might be the day that they're good, but so I do focus more on shoes and bags at this store. That seems to be more of what I find. There are some really nice quality shoes here, not necessarily brands that, you know, I'll take with me, but definitely, you know, now that I've been doing this for a while, I can't even tell you the last time I went to a shoe store and actually like bought myself a pair of shoes, because it's not something I do anymore. I find these really great brands, and you know, I have no issue cleaning them and purchasing them secondhand. So let's go ahead and move on to the hard goods now. Alright, so now we're in the hard goods. We start off by seeing some Christmas, which isn't necessarily anything that I need to look at today. It's a little crowded over here, so I'm probably going to have to maneuver around a little bit. Alright, then we have some mugs and glasses. Oh, how cute. These are adorable. Look at how cute that is. That is made by, oh, hold on. I'm gonna do it. Kind of got to do it one-handed. Grace Teaware. Little Christmas mug. I'm not going to get any of those, though, just because I'm trying to stay away from more of the breakable stuff, unless it's something really, really good that I have to have. So, we got our mugs. I don't necessarily see anything that's catching my eye today. Let's go ahead and head this way. Like I said, it's a little crowded in here, so on this side. So I think I'm going to head back over here. They do right now have a school section out because of going back to school. So, you know, I will look for calculators. Things like that. Anytime you can get Texas Instruments, obviously, that's a really good calculator. Let me see what we got here. You know, so we have some Casios. Let me see. I wouldn't be surprised if I find a Texas Instruments, but let me see. That doesn't look like it is. No, it's not. What is this one? We have some Casios, and you can see, I show you all the little ones. Oh, this is a Franklin. What is that? A Franklin Spanish-English dictionary. That's kind of neat. I'm not really familiar with this type of tool. I wouldn't say it's new. I would say they just glued the directions to it. So I'm going to keep on looking for calculators. And here's the little Texas Instruments, but the TI, the little ones, they're not great sellers. So I think I'm going to leave those behind, but I am going to run down here and just see if there's anything else that catches my eye. Most of the video games, things like that, they do keep in the cabinet up front. It's very crowded up there right now, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this video off for right now, just so that we can go ahead and you know, get towards the front, and then maybe if it clears out a little, I'll turn it back on and I'll show you what's at the counters. All right, I'll be back. All right, so I'm going to do a quick cart recap so you can see the things I actually took home with me when I left checked. So I did get the bear. I got the big teddy bear there. I got a brand new Wilson glove, Rawlings glove with some cream, with the glove cream. I am going to take the Star Trek. I took the Keen's sandals. I took the lavender Sanitas, and I took the large Wilson leather tote. Okay, so those are my purchases today from Checked.